Tim Laffey. Give it up for Tim. I am half Irish, I'm half German, and when I talk, my arms are Italian. It's the dumbest joke. It's my dad's favorite, but my arms do move a lot. It's only a problem on stage, and then when I'm in the shower, I accidentally knocked a bottle off, and I broke 3 bones in my foot. I don't want to sound like a wimp, but I got beat up by Mr. Bubble. Anyway, I'm a big fan of weed. Anybody out there a fan of weed? A few of you, I guess. It's mostly a meth crowd. Oh, that's cool. I'm a big fan of weed, but I've never tried it. I just like to garden and make extra money. I grew up on a farm, and things on the farm aren't quite like you see on TV. You know, look at the Dukes of Hazzard. You know, my cousin was not as hot as Daisy, but he still wore the shorts. We were in a very rural part of Illinois. We only got 2 TV channels, but it didn't bother me because both of them showed Hee Haw. You guys remember Hee Haw? Oh, thank God. Now when I watch reruns of Hee Haw, I feel like I'm the only one who's live tweeting that event. It's for you millennials back there. Because I'm hip and with it, I told you, in this nice sweater. If you're on the Twitter, you should follow me. You'll get little gems like, you can tell the way Loretta Lynn held that last note, she didn't inherit her daddy's black lung. We only had 2 TV channels, only 2, and my dad was still very particular on what we watched. He wouldn't even let us watch The Facts of Life because he thought the name was too risque. Which is weird because he left me alone to discover different strokes. I used to go out in the woods and I'd shoot wild turkey by myself. My dad didn't like this, so he got himself one of them locks for his liquor cabinet. Now it's my turn. I've got a couple kids, and it's not going so good. I thought I was going to be the cool dad. I thought I was going to be the dad who would talk to my kids about sex at the appropriate time. Now my daughter's going through puberty. I think I'm going to revert back to the Catholic method of body shaming. Now my daughter, she used to be so cute, be so sweet. Now she's going through puberty. Now she says things to me like, "Hey, is Jenny Craig cutting your hair? Because it's looking a little thin on top." Yeah, she used to be so sweet. She got in a fight with her friend Audrey at school. I thought she was going to make it up to her the next day by taking her some candy. Turns out Audrey's allergic to peanut butter cups. Whenever I had a question about sex for my dad when I was going through puberty, he would always immediately change the subject to whatever current events were going on. And I tried this, but my daughter's too smart for me. She came up with a question. I said, let me tell you about the economic impacts of the devalued currency on coastal China. And she's too smart. She said, well, speaking of Bangkok... I guess this audience might not get Bangkok jokes. They got it, but they didn't want it. They refused it. They said, we see it right in our face. We will please set that aside. We don't need that. Understood. Oh. My son, he's 6 years old. If I was to describe him in one word, it would be gay? You probably shouldn't say that about a 6-year-old yet. You should let him grow up and find out for them. But at this point in his life, the gaydar is going off the charts with this kid. He only likes fruity drinks, he adores all the Disney princesses, and in kindergarten he's already best friends with a big girl. You know, I don't care though if he's gay. I really don't. I think most guys my generation don't care. Probably because we've all had that one wild night of experimentation. You know what I'm talking about, sir? It didn't say no. We'll take that as a yes. Well, my dad told me if I even got my ear pierced, he was gonna rip it out with a pair of pliers. So to mess with my dad, I bedazzled his pliers. They were fabulous.